Hello everyone, and thanks for visiting Bluebeam Back to Basics. Today we'll be talking about PDF packages and PDF summaries. For those of you I have not met personally, you can reach me at that phone number and email address, and we encourage you to visit our website where you can learn all about our Bluebeam training program. The portable document format, or PDF file, is an amazing piece of technology and can be used for many things. One of those things it can be used for is as a container for other documents, very much like someone might use a zip file. Using a PDF file for that activity is something that Bluebeam refers to as a PDF package. To create a PDF package, you go to File, Create, and PDF Package. From here, you can add files, folders, or create new folders to structure your folder tree the way you'd like it. I'm going to choose Add Files, go to a folder, and select documents of various types. As you can see, I've got a comma-separated file, AutoCAD file, raster files, multiple Microsoft Office type documents, a MicroStation drawing, and a text file. So a PDF package is not limited to simply maintaining PDF files. This time I'll use the Add Folder option, and I'll choose a folder full of PDF files, and it will add that folder, any documents in it, and any subfolders or sub-subfolders and so on. This is now a PDF file being used predominantly as a container. Now it's not yet saved, so I do need to go to the tab and hit Save and write it to an actual PDF file, which I will do just to put it on my desktop. Now that's just one way of creating a PDF package. We're going to switch gears here and we're going to take a look at PDF summaries, and then we'll come back and take a look at an alternative way of creating PDF packages. Here I've opened up a PDF file that contains a bunch of markups representing light fixtures. If I go into the markups list, there's an option to export various types of files to share this data with other project participants, and one of those options is something called a PDF summary. Now when you choose to generate a PDF summary, it opens up this dialog box with a whole bunch of options to choose from. I'm going to make several different alterations to this and show you the impact of what gets created. Let's first look at the Columns tab. In here I can choose which columns I want. I can deselect or reselect all of the columns and control what's going into my exported report. I can filter and sort based on that same data. But when I get to Output, these are the choices that I've currently got selected. Under the PDF export option, I've got the append and hyperlink disabled. And down under Style, I've got the current style set to flow, and I've got the current thumbnail set to medium. And if I click on that, my choices are small, medium, or large. So medium is just a personal preference. And when I hit Go, this is going to create a new PDF file with the extracted information. If I open that up and scroll between the pages, you can see that it's generated report for all of the markup content of that PDF file. And if I zoom in and look, all of the column information for each markup is associated in this particular format. Let's go back and change some choices and see what happens. If I go back and re-choose that same PDF summary option, but instead of a flow style, let's say I change the style to a table. Now underneath thumbnail, I have the option of small, medium, large, or none. Let's start by saying none. Now I'm going to hit the Go button, and it really quickly creates this new PDF file. And if I scroll up and down, I can see a summary of all of the markup data in my original PDF. But it's really not doing what I want, which was to create a little symbol that would have a hyperlink going to the original drawing. So this isn't the report I want. If I go back and try it again, this time I'll be sure to turn on a thumbnail type. So this time I'm going to set it to small, and I'll give it one more shot. And I'm halfway there. It did create the symbol for each of the markups, and it's got all the various information that I want, but it still doesn't have a hyperlink. That's because I left a choice unselected. So we'll give it one last try here. I'll go back and choose the PDF summary. I'll leave it thumbnail small. I'll leave it as table. And this time, the one change I will make is to make sure that I select the append and hyperlink to current PDF. Now this is going to do a couple of things. Instead of creating a new PDF, it's going to create as many pages as are necessary to document this information, and it's going to attach those pages to the end of the current PDF file. So I'll hit go, let it process, and now this is not a new PDF file. If I go to the thumbnails, we can see our original drawing, and then we can see page 2 and page 3, where all of that information has been summarized. And if we were to zoom in on any of those, we still have our thumbnails, but now they have exactly what I was looking for. They've got hyperlinks to the original drawing. Now let's go to a studio session and see how you can combine these two activities into a PDF package. I'm now in a studio session, and this session has a long audit trail of activities that have occurred since it was originally created. Down at the bottom of the interface is a section for generating reports. If you click on that, one of the 3 types of reports you can generate is called a PDF package report. And what it does is it takes all of the documents that were uploaded to the studio session that have been marked up, and it compiles them along with the audit trail information with hyperlinks to each other into a brand new PDF package. Simply hit OK. Give that document a name. I'll dump it to the desktop and hit OK. And now it's created a new PDF package that has 2 parts. It's got one document called a report.pdf that has all of the audit trail with links to the original documents, and those documents have been collected and put into a folder inside this PDF package called Documents. So these are copies of these files that were up in the cloud, and they've been compiled and put into this PDF package. If I now double click on report.pdf, it opens up the audit trail report that was generated, and if I go hover over any of those thumbnails, it has a direct link to that markup in that drawing, and all of that information was extracted from a studio session and the activities that went on during that session. One last thing to say about PDF packages and studio sessions is you can generate these PDF packages obviously whenever you want by going down to the report option. Also, when you're done with a studio session activity and you go to finish a session, there are multiple choices you can make. You can decide whose markups you want to include, what you want to do with the original files, and then down here under Generate Report and under Settings, generating a PDF package is one of the final things you can choose to do. That's it. I hope you find this video helpful, and you'll review the other videos available as well.